And we will have, of course, team coverage continuing throughout the day. We do want to bring in the mayor of Sun Prairie, Paul Esser, who joins us now. He was the mayor that day as well. Paul, thanks so much for joining us.
Well, you're welcome. I'm glad to be here with you.
I know that this day, certainly for you, it brings back some powerful memories. What first comes to your mind when you think of July 10th, 2018?
So it's always the loss of Corey and the impact on Abby and the girls. That's a permanent change in their lives that nothing is going to correct that. Other things got lost that night, destroyed, homes got destroyed. Those people have moved on with their lives and they've gotten on. But for me, it's always Abby and the girls that I come back to every year.
What did you learn about, you always think you're a close-knit community. That's a cliche that we use so much in the media. It's a small, close-knit community. Sun Prairie is a pretty good-sized community, but you really learned something about your community that night.
So that night, we were probably 35,000 people, but we acted like a community of 2,000. A community where everybody knew everybody, where they had a connection. I was out at the command center of one of the middle schools all night long, and during the course of the evening, people kept coming in with food and water and just leaving it there. I could never figure out how they knew where to come and that was something that they should do, but they wanted to participate. They felt it. They wanted to be part of that event and just do something, and that was their way of doing it. Characteristic of a much smaller community.
And wow, have you come far as a community since then as well? Not just in your close-knit nature of the community, but this area is growing. It's drawn so many people in, and maybe it's that kind of reputation you've built as a close-knit community that's driven that.
Yeah, maybe it's that spirit. We said when the road reopened, the explosion occurred at a state highway, and it left a hole. So the road needed to be rebuilt. It reopened in November of 2018, and at that point I said, that is symbolic of us moving forward. The community comes back into play. People can get to the downtown businesses from there. We are not leaving what happened behind, but we are moving forward in this community. And we're in Dane County, and Dane County is growing rapidly.
Right.
We can't stop the growth from occurring. We need to embrace it and make it happen.
It really is a great downtown. What have people shared with you today that you've talked to?
We've talked a lot about the emotions of that night. People reflect back on it that were there that evening. They could be some distance away and they heard the explosion. They knew something had gone on this evening. And then they were watching the TV. And if you see the video from that evening, you'll see them evacuating the adult centers that are down here, getting the people that were immobile out of there. Just all kinds of people there, moving them out. People remember that, how they got involved and how the community reacted.
It was quite a response in this community. Mayor Esser, I really appreciate your time. Hope to hear from you again in some of our newscasts in the next hour as well. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you again for your time. Again, team coverage continues all day long on News 3 Now. Also, we want to remind you on channel3000.com and our News 3 Now app as well. And I'll be back to continue our coverage live from Sun Prairie 5 years later. Mark Brady, back to you.